Hey, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. I said good afternoon, child. Anyway, I'm back with another video. Hope you guys are able to view me fairly clear here. I look a little, I think, blurry from what I'm seeing, but I'm just back with another video regarding the times that we're experiencing at this point. And so, regarding who I am in this world, I am actually doing what the Most High placed me here on this earth to do, to walk into my life purpose and to fulfill what it is that I'm supposed to do, in which I have no problem with now that I know what it is. So this is just partial. This is just a piece of it, a little small piece. My little fro. See. And so yeah, if you guys feel free to subscribe, share, and like the video, pass it on to somebody who you think may be able uh, to resonate or even just receive it as a type of help, if that makes sense. Okay. So today we're coming from 1 Chronicles 28 chapter and 10th verse, right? And it says, "Take heed now, for the Most High has chosen you to build a house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it." That's what I'm doing. I kind of explained that to you here in the beginning. And that's basically scripture that confirms that we are to do that. Now, you may ask, how do you know you're chosen? Well, we're going to hit the next scripture. And I think I talked about this one in another one of my videos. And it was like First Peter and the second chapter in the ninth verse, which says here, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who has called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light." That's evidence. That's just only one scripture, but it's all over. Evidence is everywhere, but the evidence that I'm referring to is coming from within. So I knew there was something for me to do regarding the different hardships and things that I experienced throughout my entire life, and I never could understood why I was being uh, sort of an attempt to hold me back, or an attempt to make me feel non-confident in myself, or things like man, there's too many to even think about because I'm trying to forget it. It's not really worth it at this point. I want to get this message out. I'll actually, um, I guess when I'm ready, I'll make a video regarding that, and probably already have. I just don't remember. Anywho, let's go back. Okay. And so, as you all know, I pretty much write my stuff down because that's a way of me healing. I'm a writer too. So some of my healing comes through the form of writing, as well as communication, as well as speaking, as well as healing by way of, I mean, just it's different ways that I am a healer. So I'm actually learning the different ways. But yeah, let's just get back to 1 Chronicles in 28th chapter and 10th verse there. Again, it says, "Take heed now, for the Most High has chosen you to build a house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it." So the sanctuary is the people. Not necessarily is it a building. It's not a building. The building is the people. Each person is a vessel, a building. The building is the person. Okay. And so I was in a writer's block period, and so I had received angel number 333 one day, right? And it said that viewing when angel 333 comes to you, it's just a sign that the angels are always present with you. So that was really something I needed to see that day, and so that I can actually resonate with the presence that was around me. Now, it can also be an indication of your guardian angel's presence in your life, period, and an encouragement that I am creative, uh, and for me to socialize more and use my communication abilities, which I know I have. But it's just a matter of waking them up uh, to the fullest height of what the Most High provided me with. And so I couldn't read all of it for you guys, but I just gave you a little piece of it. But it is accessible for research. You can just go ahead and just put it in your search engine and type it in as Angel 333 and it'll pull up. So, um, but the traits of Angel 333 is to bring freedom, kindness, optimism, exuberance, encouragement. It tells you that you're a visionary, you're brilliant, you're open minded, you're brave, um, you're artistic, and joy and passion. Okay. So this angel speaks of protection and encouragement as well. So the angel number 333 is a reminder that the divine, the angels, and the ascended masters are working with me on a number of levels to make my dreams a reality. And this works additionally to what I've done on my part. Because again, without faith, faith without works is dead, right? We are aware of that. So that means you have to have the faith of at least the size of a mustard seed. I know I got that and probably then some. Uh, but not to brag, but yeah, with the actual work, then that's when the Most High is activated in your life. That's when you'll get your spirit team moving for you. Faith with works, just do it. And so I was brought to that scripture for a reason. For me, it was for me to reflect on and kind of look at how it corresponds to me, right? So it was a self reflection that I did regarding angel number 333 at that time. Now uh, I can see clearly here why I experienced the again, like I said, the many crazy things in my life. And in starting of this, I did ask God years ago, in numerous prayers for God to use me as a vessel, not knowing how I would be used. But the times of people would, the different times that people would use me, for instance, like, let's see here. There was this one girl I had befriended and became friends with while I was at like the plasma center at that time. Every now and again, I would go to the plasma center and get little cash there for my plasma to get gas money when I needed to do so, because there's a lot of times where um, I really hated asking people for money because the people around me were not um, as friendly as I thought they would be. In other words, if you ask them for something, they would want something in return, and that return was something that I wasn't willing to, get into or do. But I just found my own little hustle ways legally to go ahead and make my little gas money. And so I used to go to the plasma center, and this girl was sitting next to me. She started talking to me just out of the blue. And I returned the friendly response with the conversation, right? And so we just would, we talked and we passed time and away until the procedure was complete. And she offered her phone number and mentioned that our kids could play together. After speaking of, the ages and matching up what kid was of the same age. And anyway, long story short, which now I can really see that it was her way of getting into my personal space because I'm empath. I had no idea, not really realizing how fast she was moving into my personal space because I just thought she wanted to have like a friendly, girlfriend. We could talk about just whatever, talk about our kids, and if she needed something, I would give it to her. And if I needed something, she could give it to me. If I ran out of sugar, a cup of sugar. But long story short, it was nowhere near that. And so I soon found myself actually really giving her money. She claimed that her babies needed diaper money or she needed gas money or whatever the excuse was. So um, until one day it dawned on me that she was not who she claimed to be, right? Especially when she told me that I was she told me that I was making imaginations of me having somebody in my life. Now, I had told her that my baby's dad or whatever, we were in a relationship at the time. It was my youngest child's father. But the thing is, he was never at home when they would come around. So they told me I was just making up, things. I was just making up imaginations. That threw me for a loop. I was like, whatever. And so they approached me. Well, she, approached me one day and was like, her boyfriend told her to ask me, can we have a threesome? And I was like, what the hell? No, she didn't ask me this creepy shit, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. Girl, we at the plasma center together trying to get gas money. And then you turn around and ask some creepy shit. I said, oh, okay, wait a minute. We're not finna be friends if this kind of friends y'all. So anyway, um, as I, declined the offer and everything, they kind of became upset. And so they kind of backed off for a while. She stopped coming around for about maybe a week or two or something like that. But when they did come back, my baby's dad was there on that day, and they got a chance to meet him. But that day they wasn't, happy go lucky, the attitude they had before and all cocky with it. They didn't want to come in and talk or anything. They just had to go. I was like, okay, no problem. So uh I guess they thought I was just some lonely. I don't know. But anyway, I told she came back. She eventually came back. That's what happened. She came back after a while. She got up enough guts to come back. And she was like, can you let me borrow $20? I need to get my baby some diapers. So lucky for her, I had just bought a case of diapers for my baby. And I just went up and opened the box and gave her like one whole half a pack. I was like, okay, this might be able to help you and hold you over until you can get some. But she was upset because I gave her the diapers and not the money. So when that happened, that just really set in and let me know that she didn't want diapers. They was using me for the money the whole time. So I was like, wow, okay, you know what? I'm not trying to be nobody's friend right now since I everybody that is drawn to me or mostly are users. But anyway, I attempted to assist and minister unto her with what I had available. And so when you're a chosen one, um, almost by nature, you're like that. You'll do that and not really know why you're so open to assist somebody. And so, uh, let me see, where did I leave off at? You know what? To be chosen, a chosen one by God, right? There are many examples given in the Bible, in other texts as well, in which we do understand that the Messiah, the name Jesus, as we use the household name Jesus, is who we know him as. He's an example as well, and so the things that he went through and suffered because of who he was, it confirms that he was chosen. He was actually allowed to come into the world to do the bidding of the Most High and get a job done so we can get to the next step. Not just him, but there's others after him. And so it's like the Most High is moving in mysterious ways where step by step his will be fulfilled. Okay. So at the same time, when I had asked the Most High to use me as his vessel, again, I had no idea how he was going to do it, but he really kind of made it uh, a bearable for me um, in a way of protection as well. Because your adversary can only do so much allowed by the Most High God. These demons, uh, and they pawpaw their father, Satan, or whoever, has to receive permission from the Most High to actually do anything to go forward with what their little plan is. But getting back to the rest of the message, the Most High God, didn't tell me there would be days like this the way I experienced them, and so when you are chosen, you could just about expect the unexpected. Anything could go down, but regardless of how it goes down, you're always protected and covered while you're being used as a vessel. And so that's the only way that I'm cool with being used by the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? And so I can honestly admit that going through a lifetime of hate, uh, man, it was supposed friends, family, strangers, whomever the Most High is about to reveal them anyway. I can already see the ones He's revealed. And so when everything is said and done, that I can actually maybe be allowed to assist these same people who came against me without a cause, you know. But I just can't even count the number of times of being set up for all sorts of trouble. But my spirit team they stopped it every time. They was there the whole time. And then I used to say, okay, why? Why is this happening? It never came to mind that I was chosen by God, but I am a chosen one. And further searching who I am, for sure, I got more evidence. And so that just excited me when I found out, wow, I'm literally a chosen one. And so, yeah, I was protected when I didn't even know I was going through storms where people were actually coming against me in secret. And I'm speaking of people who throw rocks and hide their hands type stuff. Okay. And yeah, I'm highly protected as of today. And finding out that there were people close to me who were really not for me or my children, it can be heartbreaking. So most definitely the Most High, He gives us instructions to ground ourselves and get prepared for what people are capable, and uh, capable of doing to you, so that you can continue to fulfill the purpose and assist others who are going through the same things. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. That was Chronicles again, First Chronicles, 28th chapter and 10th verse. And I hope somebody can really receive a message from that small segment there in which I don't really look at the time or how long I could speak. Right now, again, this is a process where I'm just healing and at the same time revealing by way of scripture, doing what the Most High is telling me to do. I am pushing myself to be more of a faithful, good and faithful servant. And so it's not about being perfect either. You're just being authentic. You're doing what you can. You're doing what's coming from within, and uh, and then let the Most High do the rest. So I'm gonna end it right here. You guys again, like, share, and subscribe uh, this message, and I'll talk to you later in another video. Deuces. Deuces. My afro.